Meaningless, meaningless, utter meaningless. Everything is meaningless. These are the words of the great King Solomon, known to be the wisest king, the richest king, the most successful king of all of history. Now, why would King Solomon say these things? Why would he say that life is meaningless? And if you're watching this video right now, you may be feeling like your life is meaningless, and you're not alone. And in this video, I want to explain to you why you may feel that way. And if the most successful king in all of history can feel that way, then you're not far off. And in this video, I want to explain that to you. So go ahead and like this video, go ahead and subscribe to this channel, and let's jump into the video. Now, if you wake up every day in this mundane rut of going to work to a job that you don't love, coming home just to mindless TV and eating and sleeping just to repeat the same cycle over, or maybe you own a business and you're just grinding away every day for a future destination and you just don't see any hope or any meaning in life, you're not alone. I felt the same exact way, and millions of people feel this exact way. Stats show that over 75% of people in America feel like their life has no meaning. 75%. And the number is still growing as depression and anxiety begin to creep up in people's lives. I want to tell you this story about an elephant in a rope. Now, you're maybe asking, why does an elephant and a rope have to do with meaning? See, there once was this elephant that was in this circus, and a man came over one day, a traveler, and he saw this great big majestic elephant, and looking at the bottom of the elephant's feet was a small rope tied to a pole. Now, the elephant could have easily escaped from this small contraption and gone about and been free. But these elephants, great mighty creatures that God created, were just standing there and felt like they were trapped and couldn't move. The traveler asked the circus keeper, "Why are these elephants not escaping? And how are you able to contain these mighty beasts in this small area tied to this frivolous pole?" The circus keeper told the traveler, he said, "See, when these elephants were small baby elephants, we would tie them to the same exact pole. And what will happen is these elephants will try to escape. And because at one point when they were smaller, they could not escape the strength of the pole and the rope, they stood put. And they stayed put until they became these mighty creatures, still in a mindset thinking that they cannot escape from this pole and this rope." Now, this story is a depiction of us and how we may feel like sometimes, due to our limiting beliefs, we cannot achieve meaning and we have no meaning in life. We feel like sometimes our past and what has happened to us dictates who we are and not who God has called us to be. God thinks of us differently. He calls us more than conquerors. He calls us excellent. He calls us joint heirs with Christ. He created us from His own image. We are powerful. And the first thing and the first reason why you may feel like your life has no meaning is because of your self-limiting beliefs. Because you believe that you are just your current circumstances and not who God the Creator has called you to be. And because of this, you are stuck to this mundane life that you feel has no meaning, when there is meaning in every single thing that the Lord has created. Jesus even said, "Consider the lilies of the valley and how they grow. They do not toil, they do not spin. Yet I say unto you that Solomon, not even Solomon in all his glory, was arrayed like one of these lilies." God sees you so important, so valuable, that even the lilies of the valley get special treatment. How much more you? See, the second reason why you may feel like your life has no meaning is because we are comparing ourselves to the wrong measuring standard. We're measuring ourselves these days to people on social media, flossing and flaunting these lifestyles that are unrealistic. Lifestyles of the rich and famous with cars and Lamborghinis and nice houses and nice vacations. They never show the true side of their lives, just the highlight reels of the good. And we measure our lives up to these standards when truly we are called for more. Life is more than material things. So a lot of us end up in a situation where we compare our lives to these measurements of the world when that's not the standard. And if you compare yourself to the world, you're always going to come up empty with no meaning. I can remember a time in my life where I felt like I had to be a millionaire by 25 when I was a teenager. These are my thoughts. So when I turned 25 and I was nowhere near a million, I got into this deep depression. Just deep depression, feeling like I'm a failure, like my life had no meaning. I was measuring my life to standards of the world when, although success and money are good, they are not the end goal. You see, the final reason why you may feel like your life has no meaning is because you have no purpose. You have not identified your purpose and your God calling. You have not identified your God calling on this earth. And honestly, if you have not identified who you are, you will not know why you were created. First, identifying your purpose comes in believing in who you were created to be, who God has called you. Your purpose is greater than just you and your own selfish desires and wants and needs. Your purpose is going to impact the world, whether it's one person or a million people. Your purpose is the key to unlocking meaning in life. See, a life with no purpose is worse than a life lived to 150 with no meaning and no purpose. Jesus only lived on this earth for 33 years, but was able to have the immense amount of purpose and impact that no other human has ever been able to accomplish. See, your life doesn't find meaning in how long you stay on this earth, but what you do while you are on this earth, the meaning, the impact you make on others, the love you give to others. And if you're watching this video and you want to understand how to go about even just discovering your purpose, then click on this next video popping up here and unlock the key to the meaning of life.